Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for this explainer. Today, we're diving into literally the ultimate clash in international football, the 2026 FIFA World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. We've got a matchup that promises to be, well, nothing short of legendary. On one side, we've got the reigning European champions, Spain, hunting down their second ever World Cup. And on the flip side, the reigning world and South American champions, Argentina, who are striving to cement a truly historic dynasty. So whether you're here for the tactical chess match or just the sheer historical weight of this fixture, we're going to unpack all the essential data, the narratives, and the predictions right here. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's how we're breaking things down today. First up, the grandest stage. Then, teacher meets student. Third is the tactical tale of the tape. Fourth, we'll hit squad updates and stars. And finally, history and predictions.
All right, part one, the grandest stage.
So the setting for this massive encounter is MetLife Stadium, over in New Jersey. But this isn't just about 90 minutes of football anymore. For the very first time, FIFA is throwing a full-blown Super Bowl-style halftime show, co-produced by Global Citizen and curated by Coldplay's own Chris Martin. This mega concert is co-headlined by Madonna, Justin Bieber, Shakira, and BTS. Oh, and they've got special guests too: Burna Boy, Gustavo Dudamel, Coldplay, and the PS22 chorus. The sheer scale is just staggering, right? But it actually has a really powerful philanthropic goal. They're aiming to raise $100 million for the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund to help end extreme poverty. Now, despite all that excitement, this mega concert has sparked some pretty heavy scrutiny. Why? Well, it directly challenges the strict FIFA 15-minute interval rule. Critics are voicing serious concerns over the hyper-commercialization of the sport here, arguing that an extended halftime show basically breaches standard regulations. The big worry is that it could negatively impact the players by letting them cool down for way too long during literally the most important match of their lives. It's this wild tension between global entertainment and pure sporting integrity. Moving on to part two, teacher meets student. This is the story of De La Fuente versus Scaloni. Now, what's really interesting here is that this story goes back nearly a decade. Picture this. Back in 2017, the Royal Spanish Football Federation held a coaching course for former elite players. The instructor for the tactics course? Spain's current manager, Luis de la Fuente. And sitting right there in the front row was one of his standout students, Argentina's current manager, Lionel Scaloni. De la Fuente actually remembers Scaloni being super restless, always debating, always challenging the material, saying things like, "I don't see it that way." It was crystal clear, even back then, that Scaloni had this fierce, analytical drive. And their personalities really provide a striking contrast. De La Fuente is described by his former students as approachable, calm, a real consensus builder. He's a traditional mentor who evolved his style to embrace a dominant ball control model. Scaloni? He is the intense competitor. Even in friendly football tennis matches during that 2017 course, Scaloni was apparently protesting every single call, just yelling and fighting for every point. So on Sunday, you've got this fired-up, fiercely competitive student trying to outsmart his calm, methodical former teacher on the world's biggest stage. Which brings us right into part three, tactical tale of the tape, system versus resilience. Before we even get into the formations, I want you to focus on this absolutely jaw-dropping number, 1. That is the total number of goals Spain has conceded in their 7 matches this entire tournament. They shut out Portugal, they shut out France in the semifinal, and they are riding an unbelievable 37-game unbeaten streak across all competitive matches. Their defensive structure is it's historic. Stylistically, Spain runs a rigid 4-2-3-1 system that is built for total systemic dominance. They're averaging 64% possession this tournament, basically suffocating the life out of their opponents. Argentina, on the other hand, they're highly adaptable. They shift between a 4-4-2 and a 4-diamond-2. And while Spain's path to the final has been pretty serene, Argentina's has been defined by, chaotic resilience. They've needed extra time, they mounted massive comebacks against Egypt, and they fought back from a goal down to beat England 2-1 in the semi. They are the ultimate counterpunchers. To really appreciate Spain's dominance, we've got to understand their build-up phase, which seamlessly shifts into a 3-1-2-4 shape. So here's how it works. Step 1, Rodri drops in to operate as the single pivot, just conducting the tempo. Step 2, Fabian Ruiz and Dani Olmo push into the half spaces, forming this central diamond that totally overloads the midfield. And then step 3, Alex Baena inverts from the left wing, which creates a massive amount of space for Marc Cucurella to bomb forward high up the pitch.
This highly synchronized movement is exactly how La Rocha suffocates the opposition, physically and technically. Seriously, when you watch them play on Sunday, keep an eye on Cucurella bombing down that left side.
All right, part 4, squad updates and stars. Let's look at fitness and key players. So, at the end of a grueling month-long tournament, fitness is usually the ultimate decider. But the crucial takeaway here is that both squads are remarkably healthy for a final. Argentina is reporting 0 major absences or suspensions. Christian Romero and Leandro Paredes had minor muscle issues earlier, but they are fully available. As for Spain, they're missing Yeremy Pino due to a shoulder injury from the group stage, but their main concerns, a knock for teenage sensation Lamine Yamal and a muscle issue for Pedro Porro, are currently listed just as minor doubts. Both of those guys are fully expected to start. With the squads looking healthy, the spotlight naturally turns to the difference makers. For Argentina, it's obviously the evergreen Lionel Messi. Even at 39 years old, the guy provided 2 crucial assists in the semifinal against England. He is still the ultimate creative fulcrum. For Spain, though, keep your eyes locked on Mikel Oyarzabal. He has been incredibly lethal, racking up 5 goals in 7 matches. That translates to an astonishing 85.71% goal contribution strike rate. That is exactly the kind of insider stat that changes games. He thrives on the big stage, and with the wingers pulling defenders wide, he's going to be looking to exploit those central spaces all game long.
Finally, Section 5, History and Predictions, the ultimate tiebreaker.
Let's take a second to explore the historical weight of this matchup. This simple question, who will lift the trophy, carries literal decades of baggage. If Spain pulls it off, they'll claim their second ever World Cup, keeping a flawless 100% win record in finals since their 2010 victory. But if Argentina wins, they achieve something monumental. They'd become the first men's team to go back-to-back as World Cup champions since Brazil did it way back in 1962.
Let's walk through their major historic clashes real quick. Interestingly enough, despite both being absolute giants of the game, this is only their second competitive meeting since the 1966 World Cup, where Argentina actually won 2-1. Now, in recent friendly encounters, it's basically been a tale of blowouts. In 2010, Argentina thumped the newly crowned world champions 4-1. But jump to 2018, and Spain extracted some brutal revenge, annihilating Argentina 6-1 thanks to an Isco hat-trick.
And when you zoom out and look at their all-time head-to-head record across their 14 previous meetings, you see a picture of perfect deadlock parity. 6 wins for Spain, 2 draws, 6 wins for Argentina. So Sunday's final isn't just for the World Cup, it literally serves as the ultimate historical tiebreaker between these two incredibly proud footballing nations. Looking at the predictive models, betting markets heavily favor a slow burn match. They're giving a 51.28% probability of a tied first half. And, that makes sense. World Cup finals are notoriously cagey. 6 of the last 10 finals have featured 2 or fewer goals in regular time. Spain relies on patience and suffocation, while Argentina excels at slowing the pace and counterpunching. So expect a very tactical, tightly contested opening 45 minutes. For those of you looking at the data for high-value predictions, 2 figures really jump off the page. First, Spain to win while keeping a clean sheet sits at 350 odds. That indicates some serious confidence in Spain's defensive wall. And remember, they've only conceded 1 goal all tournament. Second, Mikel Oyarzabal to register a goal or an assist is sitting at 2.00 odds. Given his pedigree and current form, the models suggest his impact is highly undervalued by the general public right now. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on until kickoff. We've got a stage shared with pop megastars, a touchline shared by a master and his most argumentative apprentice, and a pitch shared by the world's tightest defense and its most resilient attackers. Will Luis de la Fuente's flawless systemic dominance crown Spain as the new champions? Or will Lionel Scaloni's emotional, chaotic resilience secure a historic back-to-back for Argentina? Thanks so much for learning with me today. And hey, enjoy the final.